Hey traders, John Howell here, and this is just a technical analysis of the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and we look at silver and gold and all those other markets as well too, GDX, because we're going over the whole spiel of the main indices. I won't be looking at individual stocks in this video, but I'll be giving you an update on what's happening short term, but why I see danger and massive volatility coming in the markets. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty guys, let's get straight into it. You guys, click all the buttons, subscribe, bell button, and also guys, I'm giving away a full complete trading course, trading systems, chart reading strategies for absolutely free. Go, the very first link in the description, go get that right now. Just get the help you really need to start understanding these markets a lot more. Now, let's get straight into what's happening right now with the Dow Jones and everything we're seeing through here with what's going on right now with the Dow Jones. Firstly, I'm going to focus absolutely on the very, very, very short term by looking at these markets, and then we can go a bit more bigger picture. And so what's happening right now with the Dow Jones is where we've had this very nice move to the upside, and now we're getting a very weak pullback, very, very, very weak pullback. But notice my moving average. Now what moving average is it? It's a 20 moving average. You can use a 20, you can use a 30, you can use a 50, it doesn't matter, okay? It's just the moving average to tell me where the shorter term sort of volatility in the market is, or where the shorter term momentum is in the market. So what I'm seeing through here is that if this pullback here starts to fight or starts to pause for a bit, and then we start to get a little bit of a sort of a shoot to the upside, something like that, that's when I start to see, we're probably likely to start to see another move to the upside, which I do believe, guys. Even if we do get a little bit of a short-term pullback, we're going to get another stimulus package, whether it's now or whether it's over the next few months. We're probably going to get another stimulus package. And if the stimulus package is as big as we have seen in the past, well, guess what? What happened in March is probably going to happen again. We're going to see probably a very big, nice move. I still believe overall, guys, we're going to see a break to all-time new highs again. Nasdaq, S&P, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, all those sort of indices. And we're likely to go for another big move to the upside. So that's what I'm seeing through here. But on a very short-term basis, guys, if I'm looking on a very short-term basis through here, I can see firstly we have a bit of a trend line. So I'm looking at the absolute sort of 3-month view. And if I bring my trend line down through to say here somewhere, maybe that'll be that there. You can see how we're sort of squeezing up through here. I could sort of also use a bit of a trend line coming through there as well. Let's see if I can go to a 6-month view, see if I can see something with a 6-month view. And we could probably also have something going on through there as well too, possibly. There's nothing really. I'm just trying to, actually, you know what, there's probably, let me actually erase everything off the screen again. So what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm actually doing live technical analysis live on the spot with you. I'm trying to find a relevant trend line that's where it is the market right now and right today. And so we can see we're getting a bit of a short-term pullback through here. So that'll be that very absolute, very, very, very short-term sort of movement to the downside. So if we start to get a bit of a break to there, that'll be something. But I also can see we've got something going on through here as well. Maybe that'll be there. Possibly that as well too. Yeah, we could possibly even use that as a bit of a trend line. You can see how we had the support there. So it may or may not be valid, guys, in these markets. But again, I'm just trying to find a relevant trend line in this overall. So it's, we can see that through there, get a bit of a, if we start to maybe if we start to do something like that. Now we're talking. See that there, guys? So this is the art of drawing trend lines. I just did it live on the spot. Now we're talking. That's much better, isn't it? Now we've got a lot more bounces all the way up. You can see we've got a bit of a false little breakdown, had a little bit of a pause, and now we're at that level through there. So somewhere possibly around, I'd say that'll be the level I'd look at. Got a nice little support level all through here. Got a nice little support level through here and a nice little pullback. So if we can start to get a very nice break up and out, especially if we can start to see some volume. Now I know as recording this video for you, we are starting to see the futures market still up quite strongly, but we'll see what actually happens when it comes to, the futures market. It's down only 0.5% right now as of doing this recording. If I actually let me just bring up, I'll do that a bit later on. But as you can see, if we do start to break up and out, guys, that's the thing I'm looking for to say. Okay, we're probably likely to see a nice move up. So I'll be watching that, and that's the same thing for the S&P 500 as well too. You can see a very big move up. We're getting this overall sort of downward move through here. We're starting to get a little bit of a pause. Look at my moving average starting to trend up as well too. The one thing you don't want to see is you don't want to see the moving average trending down or flat. That's when it's like, okay, we're starting to go through. But now you can see we're starting to really trend up. If we get a bit of a breakout bar here, and if I go to the S&P 500, because obviously the SPY, because that's the ETF I trade. If we start to see something like that, like a bit of a breakout here with a very nice volume behind it, then we're probably likely to start to see a nice move back to the upside, possibly even back up to the all-time new highs as well. And same thing, and the exact same analysis I did is also the exact same thing for the Nasdaq as well too. We're getting a bit of a pullback through here, so we may be getting ready for another move to the upside when it's looking at all the indices. Now moving over now through to the Russell 3000, the exact same analysis, guys. We're getting a very nice pullback. We're trying to start to get a bit of an up move, so it'll be really interesting to see if we do get a bit of a nice little up bar from here. And also the Russell 2000. Russell 2000 is a lot more stronger in the pattern formation, where we can see that not only is it a lot stronger, as in like we've broken past these highs up here. Now you remember, if I go to the Russell 3000, just like all the other indices, the high that was made back in September, we're likely to run up to that. Where the highs in Russell 3000, we've actually broken past the highs in Russell 3000. Now we're getting this whole resistance becoming support. So let me just take that off the screen now. And now we're getting a bit of a sideways movement through here on the Russell. So with the Russell, which is the most powerful pattern I'm seeing right now, is that if we start to get a very nice break up and out, like a very nice break up with volume, then we're probably likely to start to see another nice move up, for at least for a short-term basis, guys. And looking at where we are, this is the ultimate high point. So if I go back to the short-term view, then then we're probably likely to race back up towards the 170 level there. Looking at that. So that's the one thing I'm really looking at and I really sort of keep an eye on through there. So that's what's going on. And also same for the transports. Transports are just being absolutely just moving very, very, very nicely to the upside. We're getting a little bit of a pullback through here, guys. So once again, absolute short-term basis. If I bring up, let me go back to the 6-month view here for a minute. I'm just trying to see if there's any long-term trend lines that I can use, and I can definitely use that one. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I can definitely use that as a trend line. Let me see if I can bring this in a bit more closer. There we go. That'll be yep, right there. So we can see that's definitely a trend line for the transports. And once again, guys, the transports are right near the moving average. The moving average is starting to trend up nicely, as you can see. And in fact, if I just take it from here to here, I'm just trying to get the most relevant, most recent. That's the thing about trend lines, guys. I'm just trying to get the most relevant, recent one. That's good for me now. If later on next week, obviously, or as the days go on, I might not use this trend line. I might delete it and say, okay, what else is happening? I also can see on the transports that we are getting a very nice sort of sideways movement through here. So very nice resistance becoming support. Lots of sideways movement. So if we start to get a nice break up and out of this level through here on the transports, and we do get a very nice big increase in volume, that's probably going to start to see another move to the upside in the transports. So the two indices that are giving me the most powerful patterns are, one, the transports, and two, the Russell 2000. Out of all the patterns there, they're the two different markets that I'll be personally focusing on to see if we do get some sort of confirmation or breakaway again, and everything that meets my rules as a trading setup. Moving on now through to silver and gold, and we were in a very big let's actually just delete everything off the screen here for a minute. You can see the moving average is flat, but that's okay. So we did actually have a bit of a downward trend, I'd say somewhere down through there. So that was a bit of a downward trend. We did slightly break up, but now we're actually having a bit of a pullback. We're still in this overall sort of triangle pattern. So this is the same for probably all the other miners and the metals. is we're probably likely to start to see a very nice move going on through here. So very nice pullback here. So we actually may be getting ready for a drop to the downside, guys. It's really here or there. I'm not exactly sure where this is likely to go, but this is something that I'm definitely seeing when it comes to this here. Again, we may be getting ready for a bit of a drop to the downside, short-term basis, and same for gold as well too. We may be getting ready for a bit of a drop to the downside. We have been making lower highs all the way down. So we have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and we're breaking to the downside right now. So that's exactly what we're starting to see right now, guys, when with this here. Again, a bit of a drop to the downside. On a short-term basis, guys, we could actually start to see that on gold right now. Again, depends on where we break up. It depends on where we break. You know, right now, we're probably likely to break, and if we do, we could be seeing a bit of movement to the downside. And this is the same for all the other miners as well too, squeezing up into a very tight triangle pattern through here. We're going to break, and then we're likely to start to see a move up. Now, initially, I thought I was probably going to, through this period through here, I thought we're actually going to break up, but now we're actually getting back down to it. So again, you know, we need to see the breakout first, but we also could see a move to the downside as well too. Same for the GDX. Same for the SILJ. And the thing about the silver miners and some of this is we have a support level through here. So this is the big thing for me when watching the silver miners, the overall indices, the ETFs, is that if we actually hold and we break up and out, that could be quite nice for a nice move to the upside. But if we actually start to break down out of here, that's not only is we breaking down past this support line, but this support line, which is actually support here, then we're probably likely to start to see a move to the downside. So that's what I'm seeing through there. Moving on now through to SIL, and we're doing create the exact same sort of pattern formation. Lots of support all through here as well too. If I just bring that up through there, just to try to get a little bit more of it, but because that's the recent price move. Again, guys, I'm talking about on absolute short term, okay? Long term, you know, what happens next month, I don't know. This is just for this week, just obviously what we're trying to look out for. And so that's what I'm looking at for from there, guys, as well too. Again, we could be getting ready for a bit of a, it's really interesting to see, you know, we could be getting ready for a drop in the miners and metals, and maybe a bit of a rally in the stock market, which may or may not happen, because if we do break up and out, like for example here, if we get something like this, guys, let me actually do that again. If we get something like this, a big breakout, and especially with a nice big volume, then that's breaking out of the triangle pattern, then we're probably likely to start to see a very nice move back up. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. There's all the indices, the miners and so on and so forth. There's lots of opportunities, lots of amazing opportunities that are going to present themselves. So keep your powder dry, be patient, wait for really good quality setups no matter what you're doing, and it's going to be an amazing, not only finish to the rest of this year, but amazing trading career for you.